Today we're checking out some more Star Trek The Next Generation Season 6.
We have arrived at Starbase 112 and are loading relief supplies destined for Tagra 4. We have also taken on a rather unusual passenger.
Q?
I understand that you were selected for this internship out of hundreds of applicants.
Yes, sir.
Intern on the Enterprise?
Commander, will you escort Miss Rogers to her quarters? I need to discuss the Tegrans' medical needs with Dr. Crusher. And Miss Rogers,
Yes?
She looks like a figure skater.
rare opportunity. Avail yourself of it.
I will, sir. And thank you.
She's a scientist.
Use one of these comm panels.
We're on Deck 7, Section 4.
You're right.
She's no dummy.
You're a quick study. This is it.
Is this for me?
It's all yours.
So big.
Everyone's always impressed by the quarters.
Could have brought my zoo. It was just what my parents call it. 3 dogs isn't that many, is it?
It depends how they get along.
I could have had a dozen.
It's never enough dogs.
Thanks for walking me down.
Sure.
Is she alright? Nervous?
Oh, no, I didn't mean it.
Puppies! How did they get there? I don't care, puppies!
Here. Come on, all of you.
Oh my god. No, keep them. Keep one! Hello. Oh my god. I bet they smell that good little puppy smell.
Come here, little one.
So little. Oh my god. Oh. They're so small. Oh my god, I love puppies. Alright, what's her deal though? She made them disappear? I gotta be more interested in what actually just happened here. Okay. I was distracted by the puppies. She made them just disappear. Is she cute? I don't know. What would be his angle though? He always has an angle. Actually, most of the time his angle is just like mess with Picard or like help him.
You're in good shape. You might just live to be my age. Now, all these tricorders need
How
to be
old is
tested
Beverly?
before they can be put in the...
Gusto John Delancey.
I hear you've been accepted to the academy. I have a son there.
Oh,
Whistles!
my parents died when I was a baby, too. Sometimes I wonder what they were like.
Your adoptive parents are in Starfleet, aren't they?
I feel like if she was Q, she wouldn't be doing all of this.
Because we can't use the transporters for all the ionization in the Tagran atmosphere.
From the barostatic filters?
How did you know that?
She's very smart.
The only thing the filters can do is keep things from getting worse. They shoot the air full of...
Okay, so she's telekinetic. Or she's Q. She saved him, though.
Gigawatts per...
That doesn't sound
Temperature in the
good.
reaction chamber has increased by 47%.
Can this girl do anything?
Data, bring down the isolation door. We're
something,
gonna have to
do
eject the warp
something.
core.
Eject the warp core. She's like a superhero.
Reaction chamber
Normal?
has returned to normal.
Okay, who are you? Commercial break. I mean, they saw that. Explain yourself.
Everything was normal, and then suddenly it's like the laws of physics went right out the window.
And why
Q,
shouldn't they?
Q.
They're so inconvenient. Q.
He hates him so much.
That being that she's Q.
Amanda's a Q? How is
Oh.
that possible?
She's a Q.
Her biological parents were human.
They had assumed human form. In order, but in
Just like he does.
vulgar human fashion, they proceeded to conceive a child.
Vulgar.
What happened to Amanda's parents?
They died in an accident. None of us knew whether she had inherited.
So Qs can die.
As an expert in humanity, I was sent to investigate.
An expert
You, an expert in...
in humanity. Well, his best friend is Picard.
Created a core breach just to test this girl.
Uh-huh.
What would have happened if she couldn't stop it?
Then I would have known she wasn't a Q.
You'd all be dead. He's always putting them in danger.
And once you've taught her, then you'll go away?
And leave her here? Of course not. She'll come back to the continuum where she belongs.
I wish we could go to the Continuum, see what's up.
I'm rescuing her from that miserable existence.
You have no right to take her away from it.
Mon Capitan, I really think that we need to...
He doesn't want to hear from the plebs. Like, he does whatever he
that's
wants.
better. Crusher gets more shrill with each passing year. She needs me to help her prepare for a future with the Q.
But what if she doesn't want that future? It must be her decision.
Seems like they're gonna force her.
We cannot argue like this in front of her. We must at least appear to be
Friends!
pals. I don't know about her biological parents, about their death. I find it odd that any Q could die in an accident.
Right? That's what I was thinking. I didn't know they could die.
It started happening about 6 months ago. I thought I was going crazy. In a funny way, finding this out is kind of a relief.
I can understand that.
Beverly told her.
This person I mentioned from the Q continuum would like to meet you, if it's all right with you.
I mean, she may change her mind and not want to just stay human anymore. Hello.
Amanda, allow me to introduce Q. He's
Be nice to her.
I don't understand.
Telekinesis, teleportation. Spontaneous combustion of someone you don't like.
Is that a threat?
And you handled that very well. That's why I gave you a greater challenge. The warp core breach.
I don't like the way he's handling her.
Let's go.
Is she more powerful
Leave
than
me
him?
alone! I'm not going anywhere.
Are all the Qs the same level of power? I know not. I need to know more.
She's quite a little Spitfire now, isn't she?
What's going on, Q? What's your real purpose here?
Yeah. Spill it.
I suggest that you approach her differently.
She'll just have to start behaving like a Q.
I'm not mistaken. She just did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go to the academy. I want a career, and I want to join Starfleet.
You can still do all those things.
As a Q, would they let her join Starfleet?
And the person who can help you is
Q?
Q.
He's so horrible.
Yeah.
The first free hour you have, I want to see you in the medical lab. I have an experiment I need your help with.
Yes, ma'am.
I feel really bad for this girl. Parents died young, and now she's finding out like nothing is as it seems.
However, there is the possibility we won't have to terminate the girl.
Terminate? Oh, for you. Why? Commercial break. Q does always have something more going on than he's saying. Terminator? Rang the doorbell like a gentleman.
Apparently, you had every reason to chastise me. But then again, what's done is done, right?
Is she too powerful, maybe?
What exactly are the Q?
Yeah, explain.
It'd be so much easier to show you than to tell you. If you would agree to take a short visit,
Oh, come on, let's go.
there's nothing we can't do.
And what do you do with this power?
Anything we want.
Make mischief.
As a Q, you can have your heart's desire instantly, whatever that may be.
What if she wants to help people? She seems like a good person.
Something that you never dreamed was possible. Tell me, Amanda. What is it?
See your parents again?
My real parents.
How quaint. You can do it, Amanda. Trust me.
Whenever he says trust me, I just don't trust him.
Think about your parents. Remember them. Good. Now,
Can he see what she sees? Oh.
They loved me.
Why does he want to kill her?
Just be sure and record the rate of mitosis from each of the dishes.
Mitosis, right.
She's a bit distracted.
You seem distracted.
Well, I just saw my parents.
I would be too.
I wanted to see them, and I did. If it were you, if suddenly you could have anything you wanted, what would it be?
I wonder. Maybe her husband back.
What would it be?
Well, I would probably want to heal people. People who are hopelessly ill.
Maybe, but if it was something just for her,
I don't think that I could make a decision like that until I was actually faced with it.
Like, can she really bring them back? I guess probably.
it's time for another lesson.
Well, I have to finish this experiment first. We're delivering live vaccine bacilli to Tagra.
He's just gonna be like,
Well, I think that I should finish it the way Dr. Crusher showed me
Oh,
first.
I'm sure she'd be delighted if we sped things along. I mean, think what it would mean.
he could just give them all the vaccines they want, but he doesn't.
Good.
I guess so.
Now, as you take a look at the tissue samples, form an image in your mind.
But what is his angle like?
I have some information regarding Amanda Rogers' parents. Records indicate that they died in Topeka, Kansas. Their home was destroyed during a tornado.
Oh, wow.
Why wasn't it dissipated by the weather modification net?
Unknown, sir. The bodies were discovered in the rubble after the storm had passed.
See if you can find out any more details, Mr. Data.
Maybe Q made it happen.
Well, if it isn't number 2.
I was looking for
Number 1.
I'll tell her to contact you. You could stay here and wait for her if you wanted to.
She wants him to stay? Is she nervous to be alone with Q?
You're attracted to him.
Oh, well.
I am not.
I think you are. How repulsive.
Q is so judgmental.
Have you finished already?
Yes.
How did you do it so quickly?
Well, Q helped me. It took us about half the time that it would have normally taken us.
She doesn't want it done that way, though.
I don't interfere with what you're teaching.
You would be incapable
And I
of
don't think it's asking
interfering.
too much that you do the same.
Oh my god. He turned her into a dog and she didn't even know.
Have you been practicing your teleportation?
I keep ending up somewhere I don't want to be.
Well, it won't do to be sloppy. We should hone your abilities. I have a wonderful idea.
Is that a puppy in the background?
But how do I know how?
Don't worry, Amanda.
That is a cool power. Just on the outside. They can do whatever they want. They're so powerful.
Your future contains wonders you can't even imagine. The universe could be your playground.
That is intriguing.
How are you feeling about all this now? It must be overwhelming.
It was at first, but actually now I'm enjoying myself.
Hello, ladies.
Hello, Will.
Commander Riker,
She is crushing.
won't you join us?
I'd love to, but I have other plans.
Hi.
Oh, a date. Look at that maneuver. Right in front of the ladies' table. Oh.
What is this all about?
Right in the middle of his date.
I thought it might be nice to spend some time alone together.
I think it would be nice if you took us back to 10 forward.
You wouldn't want to stay here with me for a while.
She's starting to play around in like her own desires now.
None of this is real.
My feelings are real.
I know.
He's being very patient with her.
Oh, Amanda.
Oh, power does corrupt.
Do you love me?
More than anything.
Wow. But it's not real, girl.
But it's empty.
Amanda.
Just go back to 10 forward.
She is very young, too. They said she's only 18. This is a lot. If you could just do anything you want to do, would you ever draw any lines for yourself? I don't know.
Well, the circumstance of their death is quite odd. A tornado somehow escaped the weather modification net and touched down in only one spot.
Quite odd. How did she survive?
If you say so, I wasn't there.
Were Amanda's parents executed by the Q Continuum?
Yep.
If she's truly a Q, then she must return to the continuum where she belongs. But if she were some sort of a hybrid, neither human nor Q, then...
That's what they do.
If Amanda cannot prove that she is fully Q, then he must kill her.
We have to tell her.
I'm with Troy.
Maybe she can protect herself. After all, she has a great deal of power.
So did her parents. It didn't save them.
Maybe they didn't know they were being hunted.
Amanda deserves to know the truth of her situation. We have no right to hold such crucial information from her. But it isn't going to be easy telling her.
How does she prove she's fully cute?
I'm eager to see the field modulator in place, Commander.
Is she all right? Asthma?
They're not convinced that you are fully Q. They are also responsible for your parents' death.
But what right do they have? Q, answer me.
Good call. He's probably lurking.
She's such a plucky little thing now, isn't she? I really do enjoy you, you know.
Twould be a shame to kill you.
You made yourself judge and jury. By what right have you appointed yourself to this position?
Superior morality.
Superior morality? Huh.
Arrogant pretense at being the moral guardians of the universe strikes me as being hollow. No evidence that you are guided by a superior moral code.
Morality? No. Powerful, yes.
I can think of no crueler irony than that you should destroy this young woman whose only crime is that she's too human.
Jean-Luc,
What kind of crazy comeback is he gonna have?
I think the only reason I come here is to listen to these wonderful speeches of yours. But this time,
They are wonderful.
we've decided not to harm her, and we are prepared to offer her a choice.
What kind of choice?
Can they strip her of her powers?
Your parents were given this choice, and they were unable to resist the temptation of using their power.
Is that why they were killed?
I know I can resist.
Warp to Picard. There is an emergency message from Commander Riker.
I'm on my way.
I wonder if you could resist forever. Like, what if you saw someone that you love in mortal danger? You might help them.
The reactor has already gone into overload.
Can you correct the problem?
Geordi is trying to stabilize the unit now. We will stay as long as possible.
I bet Q could fix it.
It's your doing, Q.
Not this time, Picard.
Disappears.
We can cut through the interference and beam them out of there.
Aye, sir.
Captain, Geordi is trying a neutrino infusion. It may smother the reaction.
Captain, there is too much ionization in the atmosphere.
She's gonna want to fix it. This is a test. This is the kind of thing she's gonna want to help people.
This is impossible. Captain, I don't know what's happening, but the reaction is stabilizing on its own.
I think it's her. Does that mean she has to go, though? She can't stay?
I told you it would be harder to resist than you thought.
Yep.
I want to go and see my parents first. It's going to take some time to explain all of this, so you'll have to be patient.
Oh, well, hopefully she'll be a good Q. Teach them to have a moral center. I wish we could go with them and see what the continuum is. I hope she's okay. The end. Okay, that was season 6, episode 6, and I just feel really bad for the girl in this episode. I mean, I feel like no matter what decision she made, if she decided to stay with the humans or go to the Q continuum, I feel like she's never gonna fit in either of those places. And even though Q said he wasn't responsible for what was happening down on the planet, I think it's possible that he was responsible. I mean, he's always tricking everybody and just being a shit and causing mischief and testing people, and I think he was testing the girl to see if she would use her powers to save people. I think he was manipulating that situation for sure. It's possible he wasn't, it was just a coincidence, but it just seems so Q that he would do that. And I know there are probably gonna be people who say like, Q's not evil and you know, you're being too hard on them and the Q continuum does have a morality or whatever, but I just felt like Picard kind of nailed it, talking about how they don't seem to have the same kind of moral code that even humans do, and that's fine, but the fact that he said that they have this morality really kind of pissed Picard off, and me too, because I just don't think we see them acting in that way. If they are able to do anything, they could make the entire universe into the most peaceful, abundant place, but they don't do that. They don't do that. And I don't know, maybe clearly they know more than a human would, than I would. So maybe there's a reason that the universe needs to have violence and people starving and bad things happening. Maybe there's a reason that the Q would know that humans wouldn't even understand. I don't know, but it just seems to me like if we're talking ultimate morality, I mean, they could be using their powers for good a lot more than it seems they do. But again, I don't really know anything about the Q continuum, only what we've seen of Q and now this girl so far. And I like Q, and I especially like when the actor shows up. It's always fun to see him, and he is like the king of mischief. I do feel like he's always mischievous. I get a kick out of how much Picard is annoyed by him and all the crew. I can't believe he turned Beverly into a dog. Like, he's such a shit, and we know he's gonna cause trouble, and you know, even if he's just goofing around, he's bugging everyone on the Enterprise. He is. I'm curious if we'll ever see in the future him do something that is actually good and helps Picard, and Picard's like, I was wrong about you, Q. I do wonder that. I'm so curious about the Q continuum though. I wish we could go and see more about it. I want to know how they started, how many are there, where are they, what exactly can they do, and literally anything. Are they immortal? I mean, he said, they can be killed, obviously. So anyways, I have so many questions. I wonder how many will be answered. I wonder if the Q are in the other Star Trek series that are out there. No spoilers, don't let me know that, but I'm just so curious. I'm probably the most curious about the Qs in this series than anyone else. But yeah, this was just another crazy Q episode, and I wonder if we'll see this girl again ever. I wonder if we'll see more Q this season or next season. Probably have another episode in season 7, I'm thinking, but I'm always happy to see a Q episode. Let me know what you guys think of this one. If you're on the side of Q, maybe? I don't know. I feel like there are a lot of Q fans, and maybe people think that Picard should just pipe down and not make those kind of speeches to Q. I'm not sure, so let me know what you think. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I had a great time. I hope you had a great time too, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.